These are all my products in my database. Let's take the product with ID number 5, and let's say we accidentally delete it. We got a 200 response. And if we go back to get product by ID and try to fetch the product, we can see it's not found. However, there's one thing happening behind the scenes that you might have missed. If we go into the database and now query all of my products, you can see that the item with ID number 5 no longer exists. Now imagine this, what if it was deleted by mistake? Or you need to audit the deleted items later? Or you want to restore the deleted items? That's where soft delete comes in. So we're going to be using this demo app that I have made beforehand, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick overview. We have our product model, we have our product repository with our main functions, and we also have our product controller, which I was using in our Postman collection. To start, I'm going to add a new property to the product model called IsDeleted, and it's just going to be a simple boolean. Later, we'll use this flag in the global query filter so Entity Framework Core automatically hides these soft deleted products from normal queries. Let's tell Entity Framework Core to ignore products that are marked as IsDeleted. So for that, we're going to come into our application DB context and we're going to override the onModelCreating function. I'm adding a global query filter here. It says only return products where IsDeleted is false. This means that any query call on the product entity or table will have to skip soft deleted items without me having to write that filter everywhere. We're not done yet. What we need to do is go into our product repository and go into our delete product function. This is the hard delete that we were doing previously. We need to change that. As I said, we're using the isDeleted property as a boolean flag to know if an item has been soft deleted or not. So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to say that product.isDeleted is equal to true. And then we're going to submit our change. This way the record stays in the database, but thanks to our query filter, it disappears from regular queries. I'm going to apply my database migrations and I'm going to showcase it in Postman. So now that we're back in our Postman collection, let's just get all our products again. We can see that we have item with ID number 6. I'm going to take that item with ID number 6, I'm going to put it in the delete product, and we're going to still get a 200 response. Now if I try to get that product by ID, it's still going to return not found. If I go into get products and recall this, we can see that we do not have an item with ID 6 being returned. Now checking the database, if I requery my data, we can see now that the item with ID number 6 is still present in our database. However, it has the isDeleted flag set as true. And this is where the hasQuery filter is doing its job. It's querying all of the items where isDeleted is not equal to true. Now let's say you're an admin and someone accidentally deleted the product and you want to restore it. But the issue is, with our getAllProducts endpoint, we do not see the deleted product. To fix that, we're going to come into our product repository. We're going to add a simple boolean, which is called isAdmin. And by default, it's going to be false. If I come down here, I'm going to check if he is an admin. We're going to return db.products.ignore query filters. What this is going to do is going to ignore our query filter that we had just configured in our application DB contact. If not, we're just going to return all of the products with the query filter. Let me just update my interface and let's go to our controller. Now in our controller, all I'm going to do is just add a simple boolean input right here where we're going to say bool isAdmin is false, and then in our product get products, we're just going to input this boolean. So let me just add the query parameters right here. If I run this, we can see that now we can still see the item with ID number 6, but it has been set to isDeleted. So we are ignoring the query filter that we have set only if the admin is true. If I set the admin back to false and I send it, it's going to disappear again. So what I've done here is I have created a restore endpoint, which is going to call the product repository restore product. And if we see how that is implemented, we can see we're going to get the product. However, we're going to ignore the query filter so we can actually receive the product. And we do not go into the query filter where isDeleted is equal to false. And first.default, where ID is equal to the ID that we are providing. And we're setting the isDeleted flag to false, and then we're saving our changes. So now, if I come back into Postman and I call the restore endpoint on item with ID 6, we're going to send it. We're going to get a 200 response. So if I come back into get products where I'm not an admin, and if I send that, we can see that the item with ID number 6 has been restored. Now if I come into get product by ID on item with ID number 6, and if we call it, we are still fetching it. We are now returning a not found. And if we come back to our database and we requery our data, you can see now that the item with ID number 6 is deleted has been set to false. And that's why it is appearing when we are not an admin. Thank you everyone for watching. You will be able to find the C# project in my GitHub linked in the description. Please like and subscribe and let me know what topics I should cover in the next video.